Welcome back to the channel. Today, we are talking about taking control of your life. The screen fades in. There's a spotlight, a stage, and a roaring crowd waiting to see what you will do next. But you're not stepping forward. You're still backstage, watching someone else perform. The audience claps, but the applause is not for you. Now pause for a second. Picture this scene in vivid detail. Imagine the heat of the spotlight, the murmur of the crowd. Feel the excitement, but also the hesitation. What's holding you back from stepping into that spotlight? See, your life is a movie, and you are the star. But too often, we hand over the director's chair to fear, self-doubt, and expectations of others. Today, we're flipping the script. We're going to explore how to take control of your narrative, embrace your role as the hero, the protagonist, and create the story that you want to live. Let us start by defining the cast. The hero or the protagonist. The hero is the main character. He's the main protagonist of the story, usually the character that the audience is rooting for, who drives the primary plot forward. The hero is courageous, imperfect, and determined. Heroes don't always have all the answers, and they learn through action. They stumble, they fall, and they rise again. They are defined by their choices, not their circumstances. I'll say that again. Heroes are defined by their decisions regardless of the circumstances. And that is part of the reason why we cheer for the heroes so much in movies. They are afraid, but they still act in spite of their fear. And that is what courage is. That's what makes them courageous and why we love heroes so much. Now, the side character. The side character plays a secondary role to the main protagonist or the hero, often assisting the protagonist in their journey or providing context to the plot, but they are not driving the primary narrative arc of the story themselves. Side characters are supportive but passive. They are the friend, the colleague, the helper, always orbiting someone else's story, but they're not steering the ship, they're just along for the ride. See, the hero is the central character, the central protagonist, whose journey is the primary focus of the narrative, of the story, while the side character exists to support the hero's development and contribute to the plot in a secondary way. Let's make it personal. Ask yourself, am I the protagonist of my story? Or am I stuck in the background as a side character in someone else's story? Here are some signs that you might be living as the side character. You're constantly saying yes to others at the expense of your own dreams and wants. You're waiting for the right moment to take action, but the right moment never comes. You feel like life is a series of reactions and not deliberate, intentional choices. Heroes aren't born, they're made. And the good news is, you can step into your hero role at any moment in your life. Let's go over a few tools that might help, because every hero needs tools. Let me introduce you to 3 tools that can transform your life. 1. The mirror of reflection. A mirror does more than show your reflection. It reveals the truth, and the truth is vital for change and growth. Ask yourself, what story am I living right now? Is this story one that I chose or one that I inherited from others? What beliefs about myself are keeping me stuck? Reflection isn't just about thinking. It's about confronting. Imagine Simba in The Lion King. When he looks into the water and sees his father's reflection, it's not just a vision, it's a wake-up call. He realizes he's more than the guilt and the fear holding him back. Your mirror moment may be tough to face, but it is the first step to change. Look deeply at your reflection. Identify the plot lines that don't serve you, the decisions or indecisions that are holding you back. Then rewrite the story, rewrite the narrative. Second two, the compass of community. Every hero has allies. Simba had Timon, Pumbaa, and Rafiki. Batman has Robin. Luke Skywalker had Han Solo. Why is this? Because no one conquers life alone. Here's the truth. The people you surround yourself with are either guiding you towards growth or they're steering you off course. Ask yourself, who challenges me to dream bigger? Who inspires me to take action? Who drains my energy or keeps me stuck in old patterns? Your community is your compass. Seek out individuals, mentors who've walked the path that you want to take. Build relationships with people who will lift you up, and don't be afraid to let go of toxic connection, even if it is uncomfortable. Number 3, the hammer of action. The hero's journey doesn't begin with grand gestures. It starts with small, consistent actions. Think of a hammer. One swing will not break down a wall, but repeated effort will. Here's the trick. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Heroes act before they feel ready. Start where you are with what you have and just act. If you want to change careers, research one new opportunity today. If you want to write a book, write one paragraph today. If you want to rebuild a relationship, send one text message today. Remember, the hero doesn't have a roadmap. They create it step by step, defined by their choices and decisions, regardless of the circumstance. Now, let's raise the stakes. Imagine 2 possible endings to your movie. Ending 1, you stay backstage, playing it safe. You let fear write your script. You watch others live the story you wish you'd written. Ending 2, you step into the spotlight. Imperfect but courageous. You face challenges head on. You grow from every setback and you inspire others along the way. Which ending do you want? Now let's add a little bit of depth. Think back to Simba. What if he never left the jungle? What if he let fear define him, staying safe but unfulfilled? That's the tragedy of a life unlived. Not failure, but regret over what could have been. Heroes choose the difficult path because they know it is the only one worthy of walking on. Let us rewrite your story together right now. Close your eyes. I want you to picture a goal you've been avoiding, something you've convinced yourself is too big or too difficult. Now, picture yourself taking the first step. What does it feel like? Is it empowering, or is it terrifying, or is it both? Now open your eyes and write it down right now. This is the first line of your new movie. Every hero has a defining moment, a point where they decide to stop running and start living. Let today be that moment for you. Remember, heroes are defined by their choices, regardless of the circumstance. Take control of your narrative. Embrace your role as the hero, the protagonist of your story, and create the story you want to live. Your life is your movie, and the credits are still far away. So take a deep breath, grab your toolkit, and step into that spotlight. Lights, camera, action.